if you want to learn how you can win a cake of this homespun yourself, make sure you watch all the way to the end of today's Yarn Chat episode. So today we are talking all about homespun cake yarn. This yarn is one that has been around for a long time with Lion Brand. It has two different sizes that it comes in as far as the regular skein size, and then last year they gave it to us in this wonderful cake form. And so I want to talk a little bit about the three different ways that you can get homespun, what my thoughts are on this yarn, and then also how you are going to be able to win a, what do you call this, cake yourself. So yeah, we're just going to get started. So most of you probably have seen homespun in like kind of this traditional little way. This is just the regular homespun. It comes in lots of different colors. You know, it's got this, let me see if I can unravel it here. So it's got kind of like this texture right here. Some people don't like it. Some people say it's too hard. I personally love it because I love the texture that it offers, and their color range is just amazing. And so aside from this regular one that they also have this one, which is homespun thick and quick. So this one is obviously a little thicker. You can see that there's more texture in the spin. And really quick, I'm going to hold this side by side just so you can see a comparison. So holding these two side by side, you can see that this one clearly is a little bit thicker, not quite as much. This one is a little thinner, but you're still seeing kind of that zigzagginess, if you will, within each of the strands. So if I hold it up like that, you can really see kind of like the differences in the weights. Now, sorry, I'm getting fuzz everywhere. In this one, I was doing some comparison between this regular one and then the cake yarn. Now the yardage is exactly the same. I believe it's 185 in both of these, and then both 170 grams, so both of those. And then in the thick and quick, you get 160 yards, but in my opinion, not enough, what would be the word, like thickness, if you will, like it's not that much different. So you're getting a little bit less for like yardage, but not a ton of change as far as the thickness of the yarns are concerned. So I will say though that there are some colors offered in the homespun thick and quick that you cannot get in the regular homespuns. And then there's colors in the homespun cakes that you cannot get in either of this one or the homespun thick and quick. So that's something to consider if you're planning out a project or you're looking for a specific color. Now, I want to pull and I want to hold up all three of these strands together. So we're going to have the homespun cake, then we're going to have the regular just skeined homespun, and then we have the homespun thick and quick. And if I can get these guys to kind of lay a little differently. So as you can see right here, actually let me do this. I'm going to put this board right here in front of me. That way we can see just a little bit better. Like this. So if we hold these like this, okay, we can see the differences, right? This one looks slightly thinner, and let me see if I can, let's see if we can do that. Hold on one second. Okay. So you can see this one is slightly thinner. Then we have this one that's kind of the more traditional size, and then here's the thick and quick. So as we're looking at those, so sorry about this lighting. As we're looking at those, we can see that these two don't have a ton of difference, but it does appear that the cake is a little bit more put together and not quite as fluffy would be the best way to describe it. Not quite as fluffy as the thick and quick version of the homespun, but again, not a ton of difference if we're holding them flat against. It's just slight differences, so not super huge. I think the main thing is the color options that you have, and then of course the fact that the cake is coming easily pulled from the center. They kind of already have that pre-set up for you. Here's the one that I got for one of you guys to win. It just goes bloop and pulls straight from the center, so perfect in that regard. That way you don't have to kind of like dig in the center of this to try to find the center pull. But the thing about this yarn, and here's what I'll say, and this is like my little piece of advice that I have when it comes to homespun. One, using your fingers to feel for stitches is so crucial if you're not comfortable with working with such a texturized yarn. And two, going up 1 to 2, maybe 3 hook sizes while you get used to the texture that the homespun offers. This yarn I think gets a bad rap because it's intimidating, but I assure you that with the right tools, the right pattern, the right technique, all of those things, you will find that this is actually a great yarn to work with. It offers such a gorgeous texture. The color options are so beautiful. And you really, now that it comes in this cake version, you don't have to fiddle around with trying to find the center pull. They've already done it for you. So I really appreciate Lion Brand listening to everyone and doing that for us. And so, you know, as you can see, again, there's not a lot of variation as far as the widths of each of these strands. This one is slightly thinner than this regular one that we've all been used to. And then of course, there's just a little bit more fluff in the Thick and Quick Homespun. So I hope that that kind of gives you an idea of what you can expect from the homespun cake. What is different about it? Like I said, it's mainly color with just a slight size variation from the regular one to the cake one. And then you've got the added bonus of having that center pull already set there in motion for you. If you watched today's Yarn Chat episode for the opportunity to win your very own cake of this gorgeous, gorgeous homespun, all you have to do is like this video and comment down below what you want to make with it. I really chose this color because Valentine is right around the corner, and it's just so pretty. If we can get our camera to work correctly, it's got a lot of hues of just soft yellows, some grays, some darker pinks, some lighter pinks, and even little flecks of white in it. I just really enjoy it. So I want to gift one of these to you guys, and I also have a cable beanie double brim pattern that I am releasing that is using homespun that I think you will love. And so yeah, again guys, I just want to say thank you so much for your patience as I'm figuring out all the logistics of filming and the equipment and all of that. It takes time and it takes resources to get the equipment for the right lighting and stuff, but I am working on it. And right now I'm filming at night. That's the reason I'm having to use artificial lights. But I'm working on backdrops and better lighting and all of that to come. So don't worry, bear with me as I make these beginner videos for the Yarn Chat. And be sure you are turning on post notifications because every Saturday I have a new Yarn Chat video coming out where I'm discussing yarns. And next week, we're going to be talking about all things velvet, all of the different velvet lines from the different companies that we love, and even a velvet that I have been able to get my hands on that is from an exclusive Etsy shop who I've had the pleasure of getting to work with. So if you are in love with velvet, or if you've never messed with velvet and you're just curious, like what's the hype all about, be sure you tune in to next Saturday's episode. So again, if you want to enter the giveaway, like the video, comment down below with what you would want to make, and I will see you guys very soon.